So next one is Roberto Gaetano.
Roberto Gaetano.
Yes, thank you for having invited me to this very short presentation. I'm Roberto Gaetano. I'm the chair of European Individual User Association. That will be clearer in the during the presentation. So I'm starting in a logical follow-up from what Natalia has said. What the plan of the presentation is to explain briefly what is ELAC and what is the place in the ICANN model, and then what is the relationship that we have with RIPE and the other RIRs. And then another minute or so to explain what is the role of the individual users in Europe. So this is the at-large organizational diagram. As you can see, this is ICANN has 5 regions, and we have regional organizations in one per region, ICANN region, so Africa, Asia, Pacific, Europe, and so on. Those organizations relate, are organizations where user associations that are operational in the different regions get together and share their experiences and participate to the policy development. And globally, the 5 RELOs constitute ELAC, which is, as Natalia has explained, one of the advisory committee. This advisory committee, 8 years ago, I think, was established. That this advisory committee had also the power to elect one of the board members. Previously, we only had a non-voting liaison. I will not go in detail in the sake of time on this, explaining in too much detail. But basically, what you can see is that the at-large basically produces comments on ICANN activities, participates in the policy development, and is also helping in building the organization. The at-large is focused on bringing the voice of the internet users into this process, and this is a very important part for the balance of the expertise within the ICANN ecosystems. We are active also on social media, and then you can see how to get in contact or engage with at large. So the second part of the presentation was what is the relationship and basically why are we here presenting ELAC to RIPE. There is a collaboration already going on between EURALO, that is the European organization, part of ELAC, and RIPE NCC. One person from EURALO is regularly attending the RIPE meetings, and so brings some feedback to the ELAC community. We have signed a memorandum of understanding in order to formalize the collaboration between EURALO and RIPE, and you can see all the details. The text is available also on the RIPE website, and you can see what the memorandum of understanding details as possibility of collaboration. I would like, rather than go to the point, to give you the concept why we do believe that the collaboration is not only useful but also necessary. Looking at the presentations I've seen today, there were lots of things, like, for instance, deployment of IPv6. Now, the end users can have a role in helping the deployment of IPv6 by putting pressure on their providers in order to provide the service. One of the problems that we have in deployment of IPv6 is that this is perceived also by ISPs as an additional cost with no great benefit, at least until a critical mass has been achieved. So the pressure from the users, from the customers of the ISP can be useful. Another presentation was talking about some of the risks that users incur, for instance, falling prey of spoofed addresses and all this malware. And so in this case, the collaboration is essential for the users to learn from the experts how to minimize the risks. So some sort of education from the experts of the community, in this case from RIPE, can help individual users. And also the users can be a source of information about the problems that they have. So in short, we believe that this collaboration is important, and I'm looking forward to opportunities to strengthen this relationship. The last point is individual users. As I have explained in the beginning, ELAC was, in order to participate to ELAC, you had to be a member of an organization that was active for internet users in the territory. That prevented the possibility of individual users that were not members of, for instance, of an ISOC chapter, to be involved in the ICANN activities. So we have decided to create, and that has been repeated also in the other regions by other initiatives. We have tried to provide a home for the individual users in order to allow them to participate to the policy development and to comment and basically be part of the ICANN ecosystem. This membership is individual users from Europe, Europe as defined in the ICANN, as Europe as defined, the region that is defined by ICANN as Europe, which is very limited. For instance, it excludes South Caucasus, that is part of the Council of Europe and is, for instance, is included in the RIPE community. So, therefore, I'm getting to the last point. We have now, since according to the ICANN rules, we can only have as members people who are either resident or citizen of the ICANN region of Europe. We have invented this concept of observers that will allow people, for instance, from South Caucasus. We have observers from Armenia, Georgia, not yet from Azerbaijan, but maybe in the pipeline, so that they can participate, sort of avoiding this limitation. And that's basically all what I wanted to say. These are the reminders of the ways of reference on how to reach us. And I'm, of course, open to answer all the questions, and I will be around if you don't have the questions now.
Thank you, Roberto, but there are questions, I think.
I'm Oksana Prihodko from European Media Platform. I'm Oksana Prihodko from the European Media Platform.
I have a question for до аудиторії. Скажіть, будь ласка, скільки в залі членів ІНАУ?
I have a question to the audience. How many members are here? No members? Huh? And do the members of ENAU know that they are also members of EURALO, the thing that was shared by Roberto and Natalia? In Ukraine, there are two organizations which are official members of EURALO. It's ENAU and our organization, European Media Platform. I support Roberto's encouragement to join the association by individual internet users, but also we suggest you the support the activity of ICANN and EURALO through the existing member organizations. Thank you.